Welcome to Situations and Conversations. I'm your host, Renee, and today's situation, too many kids in our community believe that they are limited with their options. Not so. Buckle up, buttercups. Get ready for the conversation right now.
Situations and Conversations with Renee. Situations and Conversations with Renee. Real situations, real conversations. Empowering the community leads to elevation. Entertainment and education, no better time than now. Pure enlightenment for the crowd. This is Situations and Conversations with Renee.
When it comes to serving kids and families, nobody does it better than Self Enhancement, Inc. And this is the conversation we're having today. I am so honored to have COO of Self Enhancement, Inc., Libra Forde, with us today. Welcome, Libra.
Well, hello. Super excited to be here.
I'm happy to have you here because you know that SEI is near and dear to my heart.
Absolutely.
When I first got to Portland and I was working at Children and Family Services out in Rockwood, I discovered SEI, and I was blown away because I didn't realize that there was a program, such a full wraparound program, organization like SEI. So why don't you tell people about SEI?
Well, first and foremost, everybody know I'm at SEI because of you. So I'm only here because of you. So I appreciate you, and I'm sure that everyone at SEI appreciates you too.
Thank
and
you.
for all the work that you've done there. But for 40 years, we've been serving the community of Northeast Portland, and now as people have moved out, we service anyone that comes to us. But we are a full-blown youth and family program, multi-service program. From in-school to after-school and summer school programming, we make sure that kids get exactly what they need, whether that's education support or just social and emotional support. We're there from them from the 6th grade all the way up to 25. So anything that's going to make them successful and show them that life has options, that's what we do.
Absolutely. So that is what we were talking about. Too many kids in our community really feel like there are limits around their life. Mm-hmm. And what I love, one of the many things I love about Self Enhancement, Inc. is that you guys really dig in there and wrap the whole family around. Mm-hmm. People often associate SEI, if they know about you guys, right, to, a kids program.
Yeah.
And that's good because you definitely do you serve the youth. The hand up with the kids realizing their full potential. I mean, it's an amazing work, but you guys are so much more than that.
Oh yeah.
And for 40 years, and now we're in the 41st year, here you are continuing to serve the community. I understand. Did you guys get started as like a basketball program?
Yeah. I mean, so our founder and CEO, Tony Hobson Sr., founded this as a basketball camp. And of course, as you do things like a camp, you realize that there's more to a kid than just the sport. On the weekends, he realized that kids still needed us. So it evolved into more programming, longer days, deeper programming. And so now here we are where we're with kids 24/7. That's what we say it. We put our last name on every kid, making sure that they make it through whatever situation they're in, whatever circumstance they have. We want to see all of our kids succeed because it's not just about the kid. Once you have kids succeed, and we focus on Black kids, you have a community thrive.
Right.
And that's the key, is making sure that we all thrive. Because someone did it for us and they didn't even know our name. And so we do it for them, knowing their name and knowing that they're the leaders of our future.
The commitment that you guys have is so strong. It's so evident. I mean, I know it firsthand, having worked in the community of children and family programs at SEI, which we'll talk about later. But how do you know what every kid needs? Don't all kids need different things? Like, how is it possible to know what every child needs?
Yeah, so we use a relationship model, and that is something that is near and dear to SEI. It's actually trademarked by us. And what that means is that we make sure that we learn about who you are. We use a tool called an ISP, which is an individual success success plan, and we're looking at what do you like to do, and it changes over time, right? We're talking 6th grade to all the way up to 25. You're going to make many decisions
Right.
on what success is for you, but we evolve with you and build that relationship with you and your family, and making sure that we're also trauma informed, right? A lot of our kids come from traumatic situations, so we want to be there for them in the way that they need us there, not the way that we see best, but the way that they need it. And I think that that's really the secret sauce of SEI, is our relationship model.
Well, I love that, because you know that I come from a foundation of social work, having the LCSW, and one of the tenets is always meet people where they are,
That's right.
not where you think they should be, because then comes all this shame and feeling of they owe you something, and if they don't do it right, or if it's not that's too much pressure, right?
And it's not culturally specific. I mean, we're a culturally specific agency. If you think about it, that is a very white dominant way. And there's no reason for us to put upon kids what they should be doing, especially because most kids should be leading us in the first place. And so the more we listen to them, maybe we'll get some answers.
Isn't it the truth? I mean, Whitney Houston, the song, the children are the future.
That's
I mean, I
right.
can start singing, but nobody wants to hear that, I'm sure. But it makes me think of that.
I say you do a little bit. I say you do a little bit.
No. Not doing it. Not gonna give you to do it. No, but I really do appreciate it, and I know that there are a lot of people who appreciate what you guys are doing for our kids and the families. How are you able to help a kid? Like, let's say they want to be an astronaut. Do you have relationships with companies or corporations that can help these young people realize their potential?
Yeah, after 40 years, we've had gifts of people showing up and saying, we want to give you some of our time, some of our talent. And so all types of partnerships really help us give our kids exposure to things that they probably would have never seen, whatever situation they're currently in. So we continue to grow those things. 40 years, we have great partnerships. We're looking for more, always.
Always.
But yeah, that's the way that we do it. We do not claim to know everything, and so we need partners in order to expose our kids to things that they need to see.
And are the young people still teamed up with a particular advocate
Yep.
in
We
the
call them
organization?
coordinators. Yep.
The coordinators, right?
Yep.
Everybody has their own.
Everybody has their own. It's a case management style, so a kid will be paired up with a coordinator. We really try to get coordinators that kids would like, you know. They look at them like, yeah, you cool enough, you know.
That's
so
an important
I'll take
part of
you.
the job.
Yeah, exactly. That's very important. Even when we're interviewing, we're like, not a kid magnet, you're not it. But, you know, that's important. If they're not a kid magnet, it doesn't work. You know, kids need to see something in you that draws their attention in, because then they'll listen. If
That's
you don't
true.
have that, you know, they might as well just keep doing what they're doing.
And the authenticity is so real, because kids can
Absolutely.
totally see through
Oh, yeah.
BS like that.
Absolutely.
they'll
Don't
be
try to
turned
put
on.
don't try to put on the Jordans and you never wear them, because they'll be like, yeah, you're not even wearing them right. I'm not interested.
Exactly. No, I totally get it. This is
Yeah.
exactly why you guys are the premier organization here in Portland and beyond. I mean, I know that you guys are being asked to replicate this program across the country.
Yeah, we already exist in Florida. We have a organization there that's a replication of us. It's led by Alonzo Mourning. And then we also do some programming in Atlanta. It's a summer program, and so that's also a replication. And we'll keep replicating, because every kid deserves it. Every kid deserves the best of an adult. And if this program is a model that we can replicate and have to help that happen, yeah, let's do it.
I love it. I love it. Where do you see SEI now and the vision for the future going forward?
Man, now we're a community, you know, and I think we'll always be community. In the future, though, I'd love to see us be not just community, but building community up in ways that I don't even know just how powerful we realize we can be. There are smaller organizations that I'd love to see us help grow, that do similar work or a piece of our work. And I think there's a way for us with our 40 years to help them get bigger, grow, learn the ins and outs, things that we've learned, the mistakes that we've had,
Sure.
not let them have to do the same thing.
Right.
So I see us being a bigger part of the technical support of other agencies looking to help Black people thrive, grow.
I love it. And I love that you said people, because you guys don't just help kids, you help families and communities. And when we come back, we're going to talk more about that. Thank you, Libra. All right, don't go away. We'll be right back.
For more than 40 years, Self Enhancement Incorporated has helped thousands of at-risk youth and families in Portland. We have Libra Forde joining us, COO of SEI. Libra, what does SEI mean to you?
SEI means home to me. When I think about my physical home, the place of belonging, the shelter it provides me, the warmth, that's how I feel about SEI. It's foundational in its community. It is absolutely providing shelter against barriers. It gives people a place of belonging.
We are lucky to live in such a generous community. Oregonians want to help. What do you want to tell them about SEI?
Supporting SEI is important. It impacts all of us. Every child, every human being, the ability to stretch and be more than their circumstances. Every time we provide that ability for someone, we all win.
Self Enhancement Incorporated needs your help. A small gift today can dramatically change the trajectory of someone's life tomorrow. Visit selfenhancement.org.
Welcome back to Situations and Conversations. We are here with SEI's Director of Restoration and Identification, Sahaan McKelvey is here. Hi, Sahaan.
Hey, Trey, how you doing?
I'm doing great, but you know you're going to have to break down that title for me.
The Director of Restoration and Identification. So restoration and identification is actually the first two letters of an acronym that we use in our department where we serve children and families. So our acronym is RISE.
Okay.
That's Restoration, Identification, Stability, and Empowerment. And that's the cycle that we want to be able to take people through as they go through the different elements of our program. So restoration and identification is all of our programs where our primary focus is restoring hope through the restoration of relationships. And we all know that a lot of our people over time get hope almost beaten out of them.
Yeah.
Like we are convinced
literally and
to not have it. Like
right.
we get convinced to give up our hope. Mm-hmm. And so we want to restore that. And then we want to help people to identify their dreams, their goals, their passions, the things that they want from their lives and for their lives. Mm-hmm. So we have the easy explanation is a lot of our shorter term programming where we're going to be able to work with people for a year or less. Okay. And it's going to be various levels of intensity in how we're working with folks, but you know how we do at SEI. All of our relationships are intentional and meaningful and deep. So if I know you for 2 weeks, that's going to be a good 2 weeks.
I got you.
If I know you for 6 months, it's going to be a great 6 months. And our goal is going to be to make sure that we're helping you to see those things that you probably used to be able to see. When you talk to a 5-6-year-old, they got all kinds of hope.
Right.
You ask a 6-year-old, what do you want to be when you grow up? They're going to tell you all kinds of stuff,
right?
Crazy stuff. Like, and we just like, oh yeah, absolutely. You can be that.
Yeah. Because you can.
Absolutely.
Because
you can.
You're not feeding them, stories.
Yes. But for some reason, by the time we get 18, 19, 20 into our adult grown up years, you ask those same people, what do you want to be? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like all of us that work with teenagers, that's the most common answer. What do you want to be when you grow up? I don't know. We work with adults. What do you want to do? I don't know. I really just want to survive.
Yeah.
But we want to
that's the mode we're in so many times. It's like the survival mode. Mm-hmm. And you forget that there's, or you just don't even realize that there's this whole world of opportunity out here.
Absolutely.
And so you working, so when we worked together back in the day.
We did.
At SEI.
Trey worked for me at one time, but she never really worked for me. And then she was my boss. She was running the whole department at one time. And
that was
definitely more natural.
Stop it. Okay. You're definitely in the position that you should be in. And I'm really happy that you are doing what you're doing over there. But let's break it down. So when we worked together, it was community and family programs, which was easy to understand, right? Like we're about the community and we have the family program side. Because as we were talking about earlier, a lot of people only think about SEI in terms of just focusing on kids, but it's a wraparound organization and family, and you can't help the kid if you don't help the family, right? The whole circumstance. So you guys provide or help provide housing, right? Talk to me about the housing program and the energy program.
So our housing assistance programming, we work with folks who need a home, who are houseless and have fairly extensive homeless housing programming. So I don't know if we want to get into dollar amounts, but we probably have about 8, 9, 10 staff, full-time staff that are dedicated to working with people who are houseless and need to be able to access housing. we're able to help folks locate that, find housing, pay for housing, get them in there, overcome barriers that may be preventing that. If you have outstanding debt, you have poor rental history, you have criminal history, a lot of things that are significant barriers that our people face that some folks don't know how they're going to overcome those. And that's where we step in and we help people to overcome those barriers. And we house hundreds of families every year. So every year, between 150 and 250 families between all our programs, we house every year and make sure that they stay there.
Right. Let's talk about, the energy assistance, right? Like families you can't really thrive if you're in the dark or if you don't have the utilities that you need and like no Wi-Fi. How many kids are on Wi-Fi all the time now because of school, homework? It's not like pen and paper anymore.
It ain't. And being able to have access to working power is something that a lot of us take for granted. And it's something that a lot of people have gone without and find themselves having to go without. And again, that's where we want to be able to step in. And we serve over 3,500 families 3,500 people last year who we were able to help keep their lights on, get their lights turned on. We prefer the keep your lights on method.
Yes.
Yes,
indeed.
Nobody gets to come once it's been shut off. But if that does happen, we absolutely want to make that happen for you and get lights turned back on and access to energy and power. So again, over 3,500 people, again, hundreds of households every year that we are helping through our energy assistance.
That's what's up. I know before we run out of time, there's a myriad of programs that you guys have, and I know. But you know one near and dear to my heart. Anything surrounding assisting survivors of domestic violence or sexual assault. Please tell me that program is still up and running.
That program is still up and running. And for all the viewers out there, if somebody wants to join that program.
Do you need some help?
All right. Tracy, I've been trying to get you back since you left. So if you want to come on back, we always will have a spot for you. Come on.
I appreciate that. I do know some people though who can probably come along and help, but this is such necessary work. There's a lot of, shame involved when coming forward and admitting that you need this kind of help. But you guys make it easy, confidential, programs that assist you recognize red flags, get over barriers, mental barriers, as well as physical barriers. And so there's so many programs. I could sit here with you all night, all day, but I know we don't have that kind of time. But I just want to thank you for everything, you and your staff, everybody there at Self Enhancement, Inc., for all the work that you continue to do in the community. How can people get help? Just real quick, how can people reach you guys if they need assistance?
The best and quickest way is go to our website. If you go to www.selfenhancement.org, scroll down just a tiny bit, and then there's the Community and Family Programs link. Click on that, and that will give you access to all of our programs. So you can go straight to the scheduling portal for housing or energy assistance. The domestic violence hotline, both email and phone number, is right there.
Okay.
So all of our stuff, and again, there's a lot of stuff. We don't have time to go through everything.
Yes.
But there's a lot of things that we want to be able to do to help our community thrive because we know how important that is. And our website, you can access all of that.
All the time, 24/7.
24/7.
And I like the rise. We want everybody to rise. I like that. You can change the name. I give you the permission.
Identification,
That's right.
stability, and empowerment.
That's it. You guys, thank you so much. I really
Absolutely.
appreciate you.
Thank you for
and
having
everybody,
me.
thank you to Libra as well. And don't go away. We will be right back with more situations and conversations in a bit.
SEI has been a pillar in this community for 40 years. Our roots run deep, with thousands upon thousands of lives changed for the better. If 4 decades has taught us one thing, it's that we are resilient, and no matter the challenge, we will show up for our people. We pivot, we adapt, and we serve with excellence. 40 years is just the beginning. Come see what's next.
Welcome back to Situations and Conversations. Now it's time for a little segment we like to call, Hey Trey.
Hey Trey, we're here at Everybody Eats PDX where you can get yourself something amazing to eat. Hey, my name's Ace of Spade.
And I am Javon Harper, and we are P-Town Media. Hey, Asa, I hear that Lobster Mac is a hitter today.
Man, off the chain.
Well, look, we're still here with the audience service in the crowd. We got a few more questions to ask, Trey.
Hey, take a look at this.
Hey, Trey, Renee, what health and wellness strategies have you used during the pandemic that maybe we can try?
And what's your favorite daytime television show?
Situations and Conversations.
You already know.
Ooh, health and wellness strategies during this pandemic that I do that you can use? All right, well, I really can only speak for myself, but I highly recommend, at the very least, you take some time to be with you. Only you know what you're going through. Only you know how you feel. Stop listening to all this noise out here, because sometimes it's just that, noise. And it doesn't hurt to take a little bath, put a little Epsom salt in there, some baking soda to soften that water, and just chill out for a minute. Oh, and put the phones down. They've got to go. Turn them off, put it down for a specific amount of time during the day, because sometimes it's really not that good for you.
We all deserve the opportunity to reach our full potential. Since 1981, Self Enhancement Incorporated has been a one-stop resource for youth and families in the Portland metro area. For over 40 years, SEI has helped more than 16,000 students and families each year. SEI needs your help. Visit selfenhancement.org/donate. Your gift will change someone's life. Visit selfenhancement.org/donate to learn more.
Urban League of Portland presents COVID Conversations.
So we've been getting a lot of questions about civil liberties and infringement on people's rights when they're being asked to wear masks or get vaccinated. That is somewhat true. However, it's not an infringement when you're being asked to protect yourself and being asked to protect others. One's civil liberties cannot infringe on other people's ability to be alive. You can drink as much wine as you want, for instance, with your dinner, but you cannot get into a car and drive because you're endangering other people. So that is another form of, infringement on one's civil liberties.
COVID Conversations are brought to you by Urban League of Portland, empowering Black communities in Portland and Southwest Washington since 1945. For more information, head to ulpdx.org. All right, welcome back. It is time for Artist Spotlight. This is the segment where we highlight local artists. I collaborated with P-Town Media's Javen and Asa. All right, you guys, who's in the spotlight?
Thanks, Trey. Hey, welcome to this week's Artist Spotlight. This week, we got an amazing artist who has stopped by DB Studios to bless us with an amazing performance. Hey, my name's Asa Spade.
And I am Javen Harper. We are P-Town Media. This week's artist has amazing sound and amazing industry style. J Live has been known for his talented bars and known to take over rap battles. He's performed in and out of state and opened up for major artists.
So y'all make sure y'all don't go nowhere. You get ready for the AKA Father's Barber and my personal barber, my man, J Live.
It's lava, it's lava, it's lava, it's lava. Father's barber. You talking hustle, I should be cemented. Hall of Fame numbers, I done slanged everything. No wonder I'm well blended. I remember keeping my guard up, catching fades. Now when I got my guard up, it's to direct the blade. I gotta perfect the trade, have a seat in my chair. If this your kingdom, then my seat is your heir. I'll line it up for, get it straight, set the wave, shine it up for. All discount, but discounts, I got love for. My buzz strong in the streets, just like a Caesar cut. Something's wrong with this speak, ain't no season up. Be sure to tip your barber well before you leave, because while most men talk, I teach. That should clean you up. Dropping jewels on any topic, hip-hop to schools. We don't do gossip, that's news for politics and fools. You gotta choose to grow, whatever you got to lose. A couple inches can make lots of room, let's groove. Shape up, stay sharp. I cut great, I look like art. Off taps on my job, you can see me up. They got to look, I'm just cut like that, Shape up, stay sharp. I cut great, I look like art. Off taps on my job, you can see me up. They got to look, I'm just cut like that, It's lava, you know the father's barber. Not a Harvard scholar, but my fate, I be the author. Ain't gotta compete with the greats, you already are, bruh. If all of us is stars, you can't shine as bright as all us. I'm making money, saving money, they hate the hustle. I'm straight with money, ain't nothing that they can say to money, cause he making up for lost times. A lot of these youngins got lost minds. I'm here to keep them sharper than a fault line. Don't matter your age if you straight as my hawk lines. Family longevity lower than your shop line. Should've been invested, my success, you can't stop mine. If you see the five, you know fades be the call sign. My crew cut different. You comb overs designed to be rolled over and tapered. It's uplifting. It's a dirty game. The world is mad tough. Stay clean, youngin'. You only fresh as your last cut. Shape up, stay sharp. I cut great. I look like art. Off taps on my job, you can see me up. They got look, I'm just cut like that. Lava. That should clean you up. Line it up for 'em. All this bubble. Catch fades. You only fresh as your last cut. That should clean you up. Fades be the call sign.
Another amazing performance by J Lava, Fades. You can catch Fades off the new EP, Fades in Style. J Lava, I got a couple questions for you. You've been known for your lyrical style. Who's been your musical influence who's gotten you this far today?
Well, honestly, man, I've been doing music for a long time, man. So a lot of groups and a lot of individual artists motivated me, from the Bone Thugs and Harmonies to the Rapid Flow to the, Outkast, to the Alien Nations, to the, the Locks, the Cannabis, the DMX, and, the aggressiveness with the Busta Rhymes, So pretty much I just put all of them in this pot, and just gumbo and just created a style of my own in a sense, though. They all influences, but I'm what makes me me, I'm saying? I'm in a class of my own. So I just created that from there, from the country music to the storytelling, There's no limitations with me, but I still stick to myself, though, So it's a lot of different artists and motivated me and influenced me, so.
I love it.
And Cut Like That, major bars. I love the song. What's the inspiration behind Cut Like That and the EP you got going on?
Well, Cut Like That is its own song itself. This is pretty much more Fades, and then Fades introduced Cut Like That, set the wave, stay sharp, and shape up on the EP. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I promote the brand. But the motivation comes from my boys, though. I got 5 boys. That's why I represent the brand. Fades is with a 5, so that solidified my 5 boys. And then they just motivate me to keep going stronger. I keep going so they can see that daddy never stopped. That's why I jumped into the hair industry, and I collided this with the hip hop music, because I feel like the hair industry and hip hop goes hand in hand. So I'm in a class of my own, and I just figure out, the ways I want to move, and I just choose my own lane, So that's pretty much motivates me, though. It's my boys and sticking with, so they can see that daddy never, stopped his journey, so they can have a better life, So.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to J Lava, Apple Music, Spotify, all the music streaming platforms, man. Y'all make sure y'all go take a look at his music and support him. You know what I mean? Hey, back to you, Trey.
Woo! Yes! Thank you, P-Town Media, for that spotlight on J Lava. Amazing! And thank you to Self Enhancement Inc., Libra Forde, and Sahaan McKelvey for coming on the show today. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And remember, when you think me, think we. When you, think two. All right, see ya. Special thanks to our presenting sponsor, Self Enhancement Inc., Youth Potential Realized. And thanks to our friends at Peace Health, Urban League of Portland, Holla, and Home Place Furniture and Design. Situations and Conversations with Trey Renee is a Bum Juice Entertainment production in conjunction with Thomas Chung Films, P-Town Media, Press Release Marketing, Robin Allen Style, and Hype Her Ventures.
Real situations, real conversations. Empowering the community leads to elevation. Entertainment and education, no better time than now.
Situations and Conversations with Trey Renee, Saturdays at 10 a.m. on Fox 12 Plus.